This is going to be a book haul. So I have a few books, only a few, it's only going to be a small one. So the first one I have is The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I heard someone talk about this a while back and it sounded very interesting. But it's basically about someone who leaves a 1-star review on this horror novel and the author is not happy. Well, I'm gonna presume that she's being stalked by the author just because things start to kind of happen. So I assume, or it could be a crazed fan, one or the other. But I've got a feeling it might actually be the author. To be fair, of this book, she gave a 1-star to. So there's that. And then I picked up The Monk by Matthew Lewis. So basically I discovered this channel where they talk about kind of like dark books and like banned books and stuff. So this one is basically about a monk who's kind of very like righteous, and well, when I say righteous, like arrogantly righteous, and he's like, oh, I will never get tempted and stuff like that. And then until one time this monk, who turns out to be a woman who disguised herself as a monk to get into the ministry kind of thing, starts to basically tempt him into like sexual desires and stuff, and he ends up falling and things happen. So there's that. And then another one from that channel which I discovered is Forced 1 and 2. So he talks about the first one, not the second one, but basically this again is about, I think this one, it wouldn't surprise me if this is based on the Book of Job, because basically this demon basically goes to God. And so this guy is a philosopher and everything, and he wants to know more and more about the universe and stuff. He feels like he has some unanswered questions. Anyway, this demon goes to God and goes, I bet I can tempt. Is that kind of thing, I bet I can tempt him, or can I tempt him, that sort of thing. And basically he sells his soul to this demon, and this demon kind of helps him, but every time this demon does something for him, there's like a consequence that happens. So yeah, this one is a poem. Well, yeah, basically a poem opposed to kind of like a normal kind of like book story. So yeah, so this is by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. I've probably said that so wrong. So here's that. And then, of course, I picked up Onyx Dawn by Rebecca Yarros, which is the latest book from the trilogy. I actually picked up this from Amazon because there's no chance I was going to pick it at Waterstones for 20 quid. Otherwise, wait until March for the paperback. That's not going to happen, because if you know me, I prefer paperbacks just because they're easier to hold. I'm not a massive fan of hardbacks, but I really want to know what's going to happen in this book. So yeah. So that's basically it for this whole video. As I told you, it was only like a small book haul, but yeah, enough for a video, if that makes any sense. So bye guys.